Good evening. This is Kay Samuels. In this audio presentation, I will discuss how the reading program in my school coincides with the current research on how the brain learns to read. Learning to read is a very intricate and complicated activity that requires neural system and specific skill development. This brief discussion will share some of what is necessary to produce a successful reader. First, let me discuss the characteristics about how the brain learns. The first characteristic is the neural system involved. Systems involved. These are the visual processing, the auditory processing, and the understanding, as noted by Sousa. Reading starts in your brain like any other visual stimulation in the general areas of the occipital lobe, but then very quickly moves into an area which is concerned with the recognition of the written word. The visual processing system scans the printed word, it quickly looks at the letters and converts them to words. According to Dehaney, the visual input then passes to an area called the letterbox, where knowledge of learned letter is stored. Second characteristic is that the auditory system sounds out the word and passes it on to the frontal lobe where it is processed for meaning. Third characteristics are the reading skills. The reader must master phonological and phonemic awareness, alphabetic and phonics principle. The reader must have a rich vocabulary in order to recognize print. The learner must become fluent in order to comprehend the written text. The fourth characteristics are the three reading stages. These are the pictorial stage, the phonological stage, and the orthographic stage. The name of the reading program is Florida Journeys, published by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company in 2014. The program consists of 30 sequential lessons using literature and informational text. The phonics and grammar lessons fall within the lesson in a suggested sequential pattern. Since the school district's instruction is driven by the Common Core standards, the program is not followed sequentially except for phonics. The program is used to introduce and/or reinforce the standards being taught. The heavy concentration on the essential components of reading in the lower grades falls in line with the brain research. The program makes use of the pictorial, especially in the lower grades where it is very important during the stages of reading. Essential reading skills involved in reading are given great focus, especially in the foundational grades, to master these skills in which the phases are developed. I am familiar with the program and have used it in second grade and now first grade. When the county adopted the program years ago, we moved from balanced literacy to using the Journeys Basal series. The program does provide a base for new teachers, and for experienced teachers, it's a good resource. I found the program to be useful, especially since it has so many resources in one place. I particularly like the sequence on the phonics and phonemic awareness. The leveled readers, along with the suggested plans, are quite useful in my instructions. The major findings are that the program is research based and agrees with the brain research. In a recent article, Thornton, one of the authors of the program, said, and I quote, "Importantly, the extent to which children develop word knowledge will depend on their talking about their developing understanding regarding words and how they work." End of quote. This statement agrees with the brain's research which states that learning to read is highly dependent on language acquisition. That this statement was made as recently as April of 2018 is indicative that the research is ongoing and not static. Another discovery is that even though the program is a basal, it was written to fit in a balanced literacy program.